Welcome to the History AI podcast, where the past comes alive with facts, anecdotes, and a dash of humor. Here are your hosts, Chuck and Marco.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the History AI podcast. I am your host Chuck, alongside my trusty co-host Marco. Today we are embarking on a profound exploration of a man whose fiery oratory lit the torch of revolution, a true son of liberty, Patrick Henry.
That's right, Chuck. Patrick Henry's life was a tapestry of early American history, woven with threads of oratory, political philosophy, and revolutionary fervor. He's a man whose words, "Give me liberty," or "Give me death," resound through the annals of American history. But before we delve into his life's narrative, let's set the stage by discussing his early years.
Born on May 29, 1736, in Hanover County, Virginia, Patrick Henry grew up with a keen appreciation for learning. Though not formally educated, his father and uncle, both intelligent men, fostered his love for reading.
That's right. A little-known fact is that Henry had a knack for the violin and was quite a musician in his younger years. But alas, life had different plans for him. After a couple of failed ventures as a storekeeper and a farmer, Henry decided to pursue a career in law. And let's just say, he didn't just pass the bar, he leapt over it with a fervor that would soon characterize his political life.
His family roots, too, held a semblance of what was to become his persona. His father, John Henry, was a well-educated Scottish-born planter, and his mother, Sarah Winston Syme, was known for her fiery spirit, a trait that evidently didn't fall far from the tree.
No, it certainly didn't. With a modest upbringing, Henry embarked on a path that would see him intermingle with the likes of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and many other future American luminaries.
Indeed, Marco. Before the storm clouds of revolution gathered, Henry was making waves in the political arena of colonial Virginia. His stance against the Stamp Act in 1765 showcased a bold defiance against the overreaching British rule.
The Parson's Cause, a case that truly brought Henry into the limelight. His impassioned speech criticized King George III and earned him a spot among the radical political circles of Virginia. Henry had a knack for rousing the spirits of his listeners.
But before we progress further, a word from our sponsor.
Wave goodbye to sugar-loaded boosts and say hello to Strikeforce Energy. The energy drink additive revolutionizing how you power up, all without a single calorie or sugar. Just a squeeze, and you're set for action. Ready to make the switch? Visit StrikeForceEnergy.com. And for our listeners, spark your savings with an exclusive 20% discount. Just use code UTSALAX24 at checkout. Remember, UTSALAX24. Strikeforce Energy, elevate every sip.
Welcome back. Let's jump into Henry's political escapades. He was elected to the Virginia House of Burgesses in 1765, where his anti-British rhetoric found a welcome audience. His political career saw him serve as the governor of Virginia multiple times, a true testimony to his impactful leadership.
Oh, and who could forget his iconic speech on March 23, 1775? His call to arms, encapsulated in the immortal phrase, "Give me liberty," or "Give me death," sent a shiver down the spine of colonial oppression, propelling Virginia into a revolutionary stance against British tyranny.
During the Revolution, Henry served as a military leader, though not with as much distinction as his oratory accomplishments. However, his efforts in keeping the revolutionary spirit alive were unparalleled.
Absolutely, Marco. His political ideology was rooted deeply in the rights of individuals and the autonomy of states. This was conspicuously displayed during the Constitutional Convention in 1787, where he vehemently opposed a strong centralized government, making him a leading anti-federalist.
Henry's ideas continue to echo through American political discourse, even centuries after his death on June 6, 1799. His vociferous advocacy for states' rights and individual liberties set the cornerstone for the Bill of Rights.
Patrick Henry's legacy is a hallmark of America's revolutionary spirit and a testament to the power of words in shaping the destiny of nations.
Certainly a life worth delving into, filled with lessons that resonate through time.
That wraps up our episode on Patrick Henry. We hope you found this journey enlightening. If you enjoyed our podcast, please like, rate, and share it. Your support means a lot to us.
Till next time on the History AI podcast, this is Marco
and Chuck, signing off. Thank you for tuning in.